Who's had a great 3 days? Awesome. So we're going to take just a couple minutes before we wrap up just to sort of integrate what's the next steps for you. So the very first thing that I asked was write down the one thing that you were looking for from this event. What is the relationship that you've had, and what is the problem you had to overcome? Who has achieved that, who learned what they need to learn? Anybody learn what they need to learn? Okay. I have a question. Who has not learned what they needed to learn? Okay, because I was going to help solve that. All right. Who's had their relationship who met somebody new in this audience? Okay, awesome. What about the problem that you have to overcome? Is anybody still stuck on the problem? I want to do a hot seat. I want to actually pull people up. So does anybody have an issue in their business? Yeah, come on up. Give them a hand. So one of the things that we do in Real 360 and A3, Tim, come on up, grab a seat. One of the things that we do in Real 360 and A3 is our masterminds and hot seats. I'm actually really good at our hot seats. Ooh, I got Linda. Where's Linda at? Well, Linda was just up here. Okay, awesome. All right, I want to point those out in a second. I got to give those back to you. So one of the big things that we do in a A3 and Real 360 is our hot seats, where we understand. Actually, Brent, I'm gonna hold on to those because I want to show those off in a second. Yeah, no worries. That's perfect. Is zeroing in. And one of my special skills, and I've learned this for years, was being able to identify messaging and issues in a business very, very fast. And just thinking that strategy. So, like, what's the big challenge that we had still unsolved? Now, let's drill into that.
So this may be a little bit unfair, but I don't fully understand how. Look, okay, I've not started selling anything yet, and people are just beating at my back door. I mentioned I'm doing something with AI, and they're like, "Okay, what do I do?
Yeah, that's exactly what's supposed to happen.
So my neighbor has a business. He has a brick and mortar. He's got a website, and he wants to. He gave me a list of problems what he doesn't like. I don't think that selling him A3 is the answer. So I don't understand. Once I bring in a customer and white label with you guys, is there like a menu of services, or how do you treat specific problems? Because there's so many ways to go.
So right now, especially in the A3 program, is getting on conversation with us. And one of that is, many of you know, and I think the remaining folks in here are pro and in our programs and things like that, is that we communicate pretty heavily. So I would come back to us and say, hey, this is the situation that's happening. I have my neighbor. He's these types of businesses. And what I would do with you or somebody on our team, Christian or somebody, would say, let's figure out the solutions for them and creates a plan. Because right now we're in the phase, we even with the members that we've just brought on now, we're still in the phase where we can have a lot of heavy touch. And so from that, it's all right, my neighbor has this kind of business. These are the needs. What can we fill in? And that'll be it. Just bring it to us.
Okay. And
you and I have
the
a
process of doing that. So when you do talk to them, you would offer whatever, you would tailor whatever you're going to charge them based on what they need. And
the simple, and this is even beyond A3, because I don't want to just have this panel about A3. That's not the intention.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. What I want you to know, for everybody in this room, is that it doesn't take a lot to make a sale. You don't need a website. You don't need a brand. You don't need authority. You just need to have conversations, and the right conversations, and point them in the right direction. I started and built a consulting company that did multiple six figures is from my early 20s without a website, without even a name that I told anybody. It was just, I built reputation, I did work, and that grew. And so, yeah, it's a simple conversation, especially with someone who knows you and trusts you, and you have the conversation about AI. And here's the thing, if somebody who really knows you and it's a conversation, it could be, well, you're not an AI expert. I've known you for 20 years. You haven't said a single thing about AI since. Well, I just teamed up with my partners, right? That's the easiest thing, especially if you don't feel confident in saying anything about AI yet. But that goes with any business. It's just not that. You find the right people and you align. So is there anything else in that challenge?
No, I think that helps.
That was an easy one. That was unfair. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate you. All right. Anybody else have something that they want to cover or touch on? Yeah. Come on up, give her a hand. We saw each other in the Austin airport a couple of days after our last Jacksonville event too, right? I turned around, I was like, oh, hey. What's the big challenge in your business right now?
So, can you hear me? Oh, no?
I can hear you.
Hello, hello. Okay.
There we go.
So my next step is I want to replicate the AI consultancy for the Spanish speaking people. So that's what is next. Where is the people who speak Spanish here? Hola. Yay.
They thought I spoke Spanish in high school. I didn't.
Really? That's right, your ESL story. Yeah, so I would love to replicate my business, but serve the Spanish community, which I think is going to be really good because there is a big market and there is a big need of AI in that arena. So that's kind of the thing I'm working on right now.
I'll give you the shortcut for that.
Okay, please.
And so this is for, does anybody else sell in international markets by chance? Okay, we have a whole collection over here, some hands over here. International markets are incredibly easy to enter, especially with online, because the competition in international markets, pretty much any international market, is easier than in the United States. So if you have the ability to speak another language or you go to a different country, even Canada, we market heavily in Canada. Anybody from Canada in the room? I know there's several. Look at that. Right? So we advertise directly in Canada. Anybody else from outside of the country here? I know, most of the room's gone, so a little bit. Okay, so we've had some people who also here from outside of the country. On our virtual events, you might see Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia a lot. Why? Because we advertise in these other countries. So one is just making content in different languages. So in Spanish, content Spanish. There's so many different opportunities because it's going to resonate with that market. So just take the content that works in English, find the biggest influencers in your market, and duplicate that, right? Make your own spin on it. Don't copy it, but make your own spin on that. And then if you want to do paid advertising in international markets, it's a fraction of the cost in the US. So while we might have, about $8 per lead here for our virtual summits, for the US-based ads, it might be $10. We're seeing in foreign markets $2 per lead, $3 per lead. So huge advantage that you have. And it's just about getting started at that point. So if you're in, and I know lots of hands over here, international markets, start creating the content in international markets, way less competitive here in the US. So that's the first thing I would do, is just start putting your name out. And again, especially if it's an AI, start producing AI content. LinkedIn, Bernard shared his strategies on LinkedIn. Perfect place for that as well.
Yes. One of other aha moments I had recently is that in order to help the customers, we can use AI, but we don't really need to say that we're using AI. Also, that's kind of a thing I learned, that speaking of takeaways, and I think we can make a difference with a lot of people. So I'm going to take your advice, and thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, give her a hand.
All right, thank you.
That was an easy one too. Thank you. We'll do one more. There we go. Right here. Hand, I see your hand up. Come on, give her a hand. So tell me about your biggest challenge.
So I have two problems, and I'm hoping that you guys be able to help me. I have a nonprofit, and I have a profit. A profit is an exchange student program. We take children from all over the world, bring them here to the United States, and provide a home away from home. The problem is now, how do I push it out with AI to bring my students, because of course the F1 visa students now are all frozen. So there's nothing coming in, and that's what I use to feed my nonprofit. And I want to continue feeding the 600 people I feed a week in Orlando.
So you're taking the for-profit money to use that and then grow the nonprofit. Yes. Right? And so which is a great thing, but the nonprofit doesn't exist on its own. There's no way of donations or funding.
Not enough to keep it.
Okay, not enough to keep it. So do you know about the Google grant by chance?
Well, I filled out for the Google grant,
okay,
and they keep coming back pending.
Pending. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're aware of it. I mean, I would the first thing is, so you're stuck on that other business. There's no way around what they're doing right now. So
No.
so that's, you kind of have to separate it. Now it's creating donations and figuring out how to make that sustainable on its own. So how you feed 600 people
More
right
than
now?
right now, more than that.
Have you told your story of how you do this on social media, approaching people, different organizations? Like, are you actively sending that message off to the world right now?
I do, but not as much as I should. Like, you ever hear the people, I shoulda, and I woulda. I have plenty of people said, I should have helped you because I know what you do. I want to do, but they never do. I'm looking for people that want to be a part of something that's making a difference. I have a young man, his name is Chuck. He lives in the woods. He's a veteran. He has no help. I'm his help. And in order for me to help him, I have to have money coming in to help him. Because people say they'll send. Yes. Do you know that $1 can feed a person? $1. But do anybody do that? No. Everybody's so caught up in their own world. They forgot about the people that need that little help. And he's one of them.
So $1 feeds
One meal.
one
Yes.
meal.
$1, one meal.
That's amazing. And so a couple things. One, you need to get your message out in the world. And I can tell you're very passionate about this. And I can tell that you actually, if you shared your message with the world, people would listen. So what I would love for you to do is look at the influencers currently online who deal with especially this. I follow a lot of them. People who go out and get food and feed others, and they're using TikTok money and Instagram money to feed their to essentially pay for those services and things like that. So look at the other influencers in your space, because there's a ton. There's actually a lot of people in the space of helping, feeding people, and they use that presence. I think social media and telling your cause and saying, this is what I used to do out of my own pocket. It's coming out of your own pocket.
Yes, it's
Right?
coming out of his pocket.
This is coming out of my own pocket. This is my nonprofit organization that I run, and follow them. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but I follow a lot of them. People who do that kind of work, and they use Instagram and TikTok specifically to get their message out in the world. And I'll personally feed 200 people as well. So we'll do that here. Okay. So yeah, we'll start there as well. So of course, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But do that. Get the message out in the world.
I
That's
love
the first thing you have to
Thank
do.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Real quick, I can't let Francis show me up, so I'll feed 300 people. So.
Well, there you go. I love it. No, there's 10 people right there. There's more. Amazing. Amazing. Oh gosh. Well, thank you guys. Yeah, so here's the thing. Whatever challenge that you have, it's about connecting with the right people. We do this all the time in Real 360. It's one of my favorite things to do, is do a hot seat and really zero in on what that challenge is. Because sometimes the challenge that we have isn't really a challenge. It's a self-limiting belief that stops us there. And she just said shoulda all the time, just right there, which is really, really interesting. Who here has wanted to do something but didn't for whatever reason? Something stopping them? Yes, everyone has. So being at events like this, and I hope to see you at the next one. The rumor's been going around. It's Vegas. That's kind of our idea in November. That's where we want to have it happen. I'm not going to say that publicly. I just did say it public. That was a mistake that I just made, I guess. But that is our goal, to do another one of these events. Who enjoyed the event here? Who wants more? Awesome. I love it. This stuff fuels us, right? Yes, we grow our community, and yes, this is a for-profit venture, right? We're not doing this for free, although I guess if we paid you guys to be here with that first $100 bill. But the real goal is to create this community. And I do what I love doing, which is amazing. And I know Rich, we fuel this, and Brian's coming up. Give Brian a hand as well. Where's Dolmar? Let's get Dolmar in here. Where's Dolmar? And so let's wrap. I wanted to wrap things up just with integration. Like, what can we do to make sure you leave with something now? And first off, the end of the day, we showed some actionable items, right? So the technical things. But how hard is it to build an app if you've been thinking about an app for forever, right? It's not. It's not. Who's actually built an app so far since you've been here, right? Okay, a couple hands. It takes minutes. Why hasn't every single hand in this room built an app yet? That's a serious question. What has stopped you from building an app other than the internet? Right? Other than the internet connection, right? What has stopped you from building an app? Who here has made a video yet on VO3? Couple hands? Couple hands? We've had 3 days together. We showed you exactly how. Nothing should stop you from doing these things. In fact, as we wrap up here today, that should be the first thing that you do. Build an app. Play with it. It's not going to break things. Who here has created a super prompt over the last 3 days? All right? A few more hands. Every hand should be showing up. That's what integration is. That's what taking action is. Don't wait when you hear a concept or an idea. Play with it. Be okay with making the errors. Be okay with making the mistakes. And you know what? We have, even if you're not in Real 360, if you're not in A3, and that's okay, right? That's okay. We would love to work with you. I would love to be able to personally solve your business challenges as well. I know Brian would too. But hey, I created this prompt. Tell me about it. Put that in the Facebook group. That's okay. You'll get responses from everybody in the Facebook group. You get responses from everybody in the Facebook group. So there's options, there's ways that we want to help you. Go out and do things. What I don't want to see is I see you in November at our next event and say, I loved all the ideas from what month is this?
June.
What is this? June. I loved all of the ideas from June. I haven't had a chance to implement anything yet.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hear that. I heard that about February. I love the event from February, but I haven't had a chance to implement anything yet.
Take imperfect action.
Take imperfect action. Do it. Take imperfect action. Keep going with it. And that's it. I would love to see what you do. Those of you in Real 360 and A3, well, we're going to make you see us taking perfect action all the time, but we do our best to keep pushing forward with you, right? That's how you get things done. Ready, Fire, Aim. In fact, read that book. Go buy that book today. Michael Masterson's Ready, Fire, Aim. Amazing book. Any last words, Brian?
Yeah, I do have some last words. Again, take imperfect action.
I just said that.
I want to go back on that again, just because. Well, I know I want to repeat it, just because I feel like that's the thing that just keeps everybody held back, is getting in your head on giving yourself excuses why you can't do something. I mean, literally for almost everything, is like we keep giving a reason why we can't do it, and it just like start telling people what you do. What's the worst that can happen? You can't actually do it? Big deal. Like ask people like, well, I don't know. What do you need help with? I'd love to see if I can help, and just get used to talking to people. Because again, like you really have to sit and think about that question. What's the worst that can happen? You're not ready yet. And you just say, actually, we don't help with that. Or you go figure it out and just figure out how you're going to do it. Or you plug into A3 and have us do it. Whatever the case is, but just get out there and do it. Because the flip side of that is, what's the best that can happen? You end up landing your first client because you had the courage just to tell somebody what you do, which is powerful. So I just encourage everybody, at the end of the day, everything that you learn, everything that we're going through, it's really just entertainment if you're not applying it. So go out and take action. That means so much more than anything. You're going to outpace anybody that is learning all this stuff and getting certifications and all these different things that doesn't do anything, even if you just started, just because of the fact that you did. Yeah. So that's a big tip. I also want to thank everybody for the people that joined A3, the people that joined Real 360, and the people that just showed up today, regardless if you're moving forward with us past year or not. Just, I want to thank you for being here, spending time with us. I mean, would you guys agree it felt a little different at this event than a typical event? Did it feel a little bit more like family?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because we're not like trying to create that atmosphere. We're just being us. And I felt it. And it was because of all of you. I just feel like I was hanging out with my family. I literally said that to my wife. It's like it's crazy. I just feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of my family members instead of in a stuffy conference where I almost feel like an idiot talking to people sometimes, you know? Anyway, so thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to all your generosity, your 300, your 500 audience at 694.
Wow.
Let on.
Love that. That's amazing. That's amazing. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, and I'll just say I'll kind of piggyback on what Brian said because I was thinking exactly what he was saying. I doubt anybody is in here. Obviously, we're all in here to learn, but I doubt anybody's in here, especially for you active operators, to do this for a hobby. And the last thing you want by not taking action, by not implementing these things between now and even next week, right? You don't even have to wait till Vegas, right? But between now and the time you get home, you don't want to be the person sitting in the seat now. And then there's a person in 2 weeks on one of our virtuals that's a direct competitor of yours in whatever business or whatever your venture is that takes massive action and surpasses you because you are all here right now. You guys are all here in February. You are all here to gain an edge in your business. And that is what this is all about. It's not just, hey, I learned all this AI stuff. This is great. All these things can help my business. It should be all these things are helping my business. You're here to get an edge. Don't wait. Don't wait because I'm telling you, there is somebody out there right now looking to take your spot. You know?
And I said this before, but I'll say it one more time. We're not all here by chance. We're here because we all know that the old way is ending. This is a new era we're getting into, and it's changing the way we do everything. Like literally the way we do everything. It's just being applied in every industry, everywhere we look, and it's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And I'm excited about that. There's always something changing and new. And for a person like me, that's what drives me. When I said my sparks back on, my fire's back on, it's because this never gets boring. Every week, this is fun. Every week it's innovation and it's just great. So also, if you guys have any more questions on A3, we also talked about the Real 360 for those of you wanting to scale your current business and not starting a new one. The team is still going to be back in the back room. You should talk to them and answer any questions that you have if you want to move forward and have kind of some open questions that didn't get answered. They're happy. The team's happy to help out and answer any questions that you have.
And very quickly, so those of you in A3 Real 360, all of our new members, we're just going to sit here after we dismiss our room just to kind of give you an idea of what's going to happen over the next few weeks of onboarding here. But is it okay if I share probably one of the most life-changing tips I've had from one of my coaches? Is that okay if I share that with you guys? Ellen, yes? Okay, all right. So I was, this was my early 20s, I believe, and I just left the job that I was working in my entrepreneurial world, and it was kind of struggling. So I was kind of stretching myself thin, but I still invested in coaching, and I was paying my coach at the time $2,500 a month to be a better copywriter. This is when I was learning copywriting. And so he was teaching me copywriting, and I couldn't afford the payments on coaching anymore. And I asked, listen, I just need to get more clients or these higher paying clients. Give me the secret of getting higher paying clients. And he just said this, what are you charging right now? I'm charging $1,500 a letter. And he said simply, next time you talk to somebody who's a potential client, instead of $1,500, say $8,000 and don't laugh. I said, what in the world are you talking about? I only get $1,500 a letter right now. And, if I say that, I'm going to lose. I need every single penny I have. I can't even do this anymore. And I did it. I didn't laugh. And guess what that client said? Yes. You know what I said after? I should have asked for more. It was easy. And it was that self-limiting doubt. And I don't know if, that's that self-limiting doubt that said I wasn't worth it or I wasn't good enough. Now I have no problem asking for $25,000 for a sales letter. In fact, I turned them away at the moment. I was good enough. And here's the thing. I just got better and better and better the more I believed in myself. And so you got to take bets on yourself. That to me, that was the most valuable piece of coaching that I received. And it's just one simple tip. One simple tip. So just bet on yourself more, take action, take imperfect action, keep moving. And I look forward to our long relationships together. Actually, speaking of long relationships, Linda sent this to me. I didn't want to forget this. Check this. Do you see this, Brian?
Oh my goodness.
So Linda was one of our first members of our group years ago. Can you
Wow.
hold on to this? Check this out.
That's
This
like
is
vintage.
a workshop book from Internet Marketing for Beginners. We held this meeting in 2016. Was it right? Before that. No, yeah, you're right. No, before that. 2010 or 2011. And she was like, I still have, yeah, Heather was at our very first one. This was the second workshop at the Lofts Hotel in Jacksonville, Florida. And our workbooks, and you know what? I wrote the copywriting guide. I still probably had the traffic for beginners, this copywriting for beginners. This stuff is still golden. I was reading through this when you gave it to me. I should give it to you guys as a bonus for anybody in our community. But this is great stuff. I gotta find it. This is old, but it still works. So we're hitting this for the long run. This isn't a short game. I see Heather, I see Linda, I see Mark over there, and many other members who've been with us since 2010, which is amazing. We're not going anywhere. So we look forward to a long relationship with all of you. Thanks, everyone.
That's a wrap for this episode of the AI for Business podcast. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit subscribe and pass it along to a friend or colleague. We appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you in the next one.